Ladies and gents, it's 6:22 or 18:22 in Army time on a June 2nd, 2017 on a Friday. This is week 51 for the Business Minded Leaders hashtag the Wolves Den podcast. To which, ladies and gents, is sessions 246 to 250. And we about to go ahead and start. So with that, let's go ahead and play a track. And as you guys always know, all these tracks here in the background is produced by yours truly. The reason I play my tracks in the background is due to the fact that if I upload this podcast on YouTube or somewhere, I'm going to get hit with that copyright strike. So, let's start with the podcast, shall we? Let's hit it. So for Blessed Mondays, on May 26, 2017, I literally said, always remember those who fought for freedom. This day has a more deep meaning than you know it. So truly rest in paradise to those who gone but never forgotten. Salute. That's a Memorial Day edition of the post for Blessed Mondays. And you guys truly have to be very appreciated as to those who have fought for our freedom in this country and, lost their lives behind it. To the different men and women that said to themselves, you know what? I want to make a difference in my country. And those that don't know about the dark secrets behind it, but for those that do, they say, regardless of the dark secrets, I have a family that's looking up. Or, some folks may come from different situations to where that gateway right there shows somebody that they too could make it. In whatever situation they are, and just change their lives in a better way. So for those that have fought and lost their lives, we salute them. We truly do. Because they are never forgotten or never lost. So always remember that. And to the vets that are still living, we truly salute you guys for your service. So, for May 30th, 2017 on the Grind Tuesdays, I said buckle up and take flight. For life is more than just a fight. The fight is within yourself, meaning you have to see yourself getting better and better each and every day of your life. Life is a roller coaster, man. It's going to test you. Life is truly, as heard by Eric Thomas and so many other entrepreneurs, life is going to test your will to see if the things that you truly want is the things that you really want to get. And life is really going to punch you in the face to where you're going to be flying. You're going to be flying high, alright. But you can never give up on anything. You just have to continue to fight. Because it's going to be an everyday struggle. It's going to be a whole lot of stuff that's going to come up. It's going to test your will. The thing is, are you going to buckle down and cry? Or are you going to mount up and make something happen? Because too many people in life, they give up. And, I'm going to be real with you guys. There'll be some times where certain things, I do, and I feel like just giving up, say screw it. Life could be better with just, if I just don't do this, whatever. But then I stop and I say, it's not about me. Because I still got a family, I gotta provide for and take care of. And it's like, hey, you gotta put on your boxing gloves. Start knocking things out. And then you start feeling more better. But at the same time, do something great that's going to motivate you to be even more greater. So you really have to look at it from that point of view. And most folks don't see it like that. Especially when it comes to finances. It's a totally different ballgame. But that is where you look at the life lessons behind that. Then once you put two and two together, things will truly get better. Always remember that. So for Motivational Wednesdays, May 31st, 2017. Our dreams that we dream when we are asleep feels 10 times more real than our true realities. This is when we make our reality dreams come true. I have an instrumental album called Dreams and Realities Chapter 1. Literally. Came out in 2011. On November 11, 2011. Literally. Check it on iTunes. Search for Chinchilla Q. And look up Dreams and Realities Chapter 1. One of the dope instrumental productions instrumental albums I ever have produced. That was, to me, it's a classic. It's a classic. But the reason why I had mentioned the post like I had is for the fact that when you are asleep, you basically live in a different life. And depending on what type of dreams it is, if the dream is cool and good and fun, and it's just like whatever dream, hey, it's straight, it's like, okay, you're living something different than what you would do in your reality. If the dream is dark and it's just a whole lot of grip and gripe and just bull crap along with it, things that's just happening, not understanding what's going on. If those are the type of dreams, that you just have to say, okay, what does it mean? Because some dreams do have meanings behind it. Now, the reason why I say you want to get your true realities to be real is for the fact that in this life, our realities is totally different than our dreams. And there's a whole lot of folks, that in all truth and reality, will just truly, there are folks in this world that make their realities become true from their dreams. But not everybody does. Some folks do, some folks don't. Some folks like to sleep a lot. And the reason why they like to sleep a lot is not because they just want to rest. It's because they want to go to that other world, that other realm, where they are king and queen of the castle, where they are partially control of their dreams. But once they wake up and head back to the true reality of things, then they have to look at themselves and say, yo, is this what is all that it is? In this life that we live, of the stress and the pain and the hurt, the ignorance and just the bullshit that be going on. And I said shh, and I said ish, I said shh. Like folks be asking, like, is this it? Or is there something else better? Of course there's going to be something else better over the horizon. The thing is, what is it that you're going to do to make that way more better than what you got right now? So, you have to understand, ladies and gents, that in this life, you want to make your true realities. You want to make your real dreams come true. And when I mean the dreams that you want to do, like you want to be a millionaire or something else, something like that in nature. You want to make that stuff come true. You want to make it happen. Make it happen. Just don't lollygag, just make it happen. And then you start to see your dreams being a whole lot more different than what it is. So, take a look at it from that point of view. And just keep on pushing. Oh, and the music's out too. My apologies. Let's play something else. The funny thing about this beat is that I was trying to mix up a Sonic 2 track, and I was trying to make something new with it. And the little part that boom, 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 do the boom, 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 that part right there was just hidden. And so I put this track on hold for a long time before I started adding all the extra stuff to it, to make it sound fuller. Like, this is that type of track to where, ladies and gents, you can go ahead and ride on the freeway and cruise with, or for fellas, you with your girl, y'all by Pacific Coast Highway, or y'all have a beach in whatever state you are, just ride out to this, or even ride on the freeway, just have your windows down on a very warm California day, or whatever state or country you're from. Just put this down, roll your windows down, put your hands up, well, one of your hands up, like driving on the steering wheel, well, you're driving anyways, and you just relax and just listen to the instrumentation of it and just sing through your mind. So with that, I'm about to bless you guys with June 1st, 2017 Daily Tips Thursdays with this following post. So, I said it's the first of the month. My question to you is this: since this year is about to go fast before your very eyes, what are you going to accomplish this month that's going to make a great impact? Think about it. Think about it. And here's the reason why. Ladies and gents, like I said earlier, this month is almost over. So my question to you guys is this: what are you going to do this month that's going to be a heck of a lot different than what you did in the month of May? What are you going to do that's going to get you closer to your dreams? What are you going to do, ladies and gents, that's going to make you say, you know what, I'm tired of the bullshit that I'm going through in life. I want to make a grand difference as to my family, myself, wealth. I want to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The question I'm asking you right now is, what are you going to do that's going to change all of that? What are you going to do this month that's going to have the rest of this year be a blessing? And I said the same thing last year, and I'm saying it again this year. I'll continue to say it. What are you going to do that's going to be a blessing for you and your family? You have to think about it. And once you do, go after it for what it is that you want. And just make the ish happen. So, I want you guys to accomplish, do something big you never done in your life. That's going to scare the shit out of you. That truly, you're going to say to yourself, I don't know how I'm going to get it done, but I'm going to get it done somehow. I want you guys to do that. Push yourself beyond limits. And you're going to see that you are way worth more than what you put yourself into. And I'm being real. So I want you guys to do that. I really want you guys to test yourselves. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to let you guys know right now before I say the last one. I don't think I put that track on here. Dang, what's it called? I'm trying to think. It's a track I created and I made it for a different type of album. And I'm trying to see if I put the instrumental on here. I should. But it's not coming up. Oh, there we go. I remember what it's called. Let's see if I can find it though. Booyah. We have it. It's the reason why I'm playing this track. So as we go to the last post for today, and I'm about to really go in deep real fast with this one. Not real fast, I'm not going deep with it. Dun, 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 dun. June 2nd, 2017, Boss Says Fridays. I say you can feel a person's spirit just by looking at the eyes and body language. Better yet, a person can tell you more about themselves without even speaking to you. Just watch and move on. This track is called Desires of the Heart. It's off of Defa Paladino, Values, if I'm not mistaken, chapters 11 and 12? No, not, I took it back. It's off of chapters 9 and 10. And I forgot what the rest of the title of the album's called. This search for Chinchilla Q, search for the track Desires of the Heart. You find that instrumental there. But the reason why I had mentioned that was because my little sisters, they was watching little ghost hunter shows, whatever. And I wanted to talk about this yesterday, but I said, I'll wait and talk about it today. It's going to connect with business and everything else too. I always find it funny how, and kind of sad too, how you have these individuals that literally be on these shows and they laugh and talk about, well, the spirit of so and so. If you hear, just kick a bell and or kick a can down the road, or make a noise so we can know that you're here. I've been thinking to myself, why is idiots testing spirits? Don't they know that spirits is very real? And that certain spirits, they still look like us, but you can't see them. They looking at these fools, they look at these fools like, what the heck? And everything. And it's pretty sad. And it's pretty sad where it's pretty sad we got them, testing these spirits in these different places. And it's like, y'all need to not do that. I understand, they try to do it for entertainment. But folks, y'all need to understand this. For those of you that be testing spirits and things of that nature, I'm gonna let you know right now, don't do that. Please don't. Because you don't know what kind of spirit you will be messed with that will low-key be in your household. You won't notice it, but you start knowing the change in certain your family members. You start knowing the change in some of your family members, the ones that can easily be controlled. And then you start saying to yourself, well, dang, what's wrong with this person? And things of that nature. And it's like, well, if you wasn't testing a certain spirit, you would have been alright. But most folks don't pay attention to that. Same thing like if you're in the workplace or somewhere. You can test somebody, you can feel somebody's spirit just how off they can be. You know how some folks say some people be crazy? Which can be true. But at the same time, normally 9 to 10 times, it's usually a person that has an off spirit of whatever they may be going through. Or just life just kicking them in the behind, whatever. And you could tell somebody's spirit just by looking at the eyes, and even the Holy Spirit just let you know, like, hey, you can't be dealing with that person. We'll go play the other track. It's like, you can't be dealing with that person, or different situations and things of that nature. Like, you have to be careful who you let into your circle, because not everybody's spirit is great. I'll give you guys a very good example. I was talking with my missus, and I was telling her, how beautiful that she was. She sent me a picture, and now I'm just in love with my wife and everything. I'm like, man, she's beautiful. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, fellas, always tell the woman that you with that she's beautiful. Period. Just randomly be like, baby, you are so beautiful. just love you very much. I mean, be very real about it too. And the reason why I had mentioned that is because, sometimes you have to remind your wife that, your wife. I was going to say Mrs., but no. Sometimes you have to remind your wife straight up, like, baby, you're beautiful, period. Beautiful while I met you, beautiful, when I made a commitment to you, and just keep telling her that, period. And I told my wife, I said, you know what, baby? I said, I know a whole lot of women in my life and things of that nature, co-workers and things of that, that they pretty, they beautiful as well. As a man, hey, beautiful women. But I told her, I said, they can be beautiful on the outside, but have an ugly ass spirit in the inside. Meaning, and women, this applies for y'all when y'all with y'all dudes, that you can be with somebody that be looking banging and just classing and just like scrumptious on the outside and everything, just ooh-wee. But the truth of reality is this: they can be that, but they can have an ugly behind spirit to the point where, whatchamacallit, you supposedly try to get with that person, and I guarantee you, you're gonna have a whole lot, way more problems than just looks. And that's true. So whoever y'all with right now, stick with them. Husbands, if you marry your wife and y'all still married, stay with her. Wives, if you marry your husband, and he's treating you well, and y'all have kids, he's treating kids well, things of that nature, stay with him. Now, if y'all have some issues, where there's fighting and things of that nature, get out. That goes for both sexes, period. Unless you can work it out, or, go to a marriage counselor if you have to, trust me. But the reason why I say you can always test different spirits and, just know what's really popping is for the fact that, it's the truth. Because you don't know what kind of spirit you're going to be dealing with. Even at the workplace. Like I said before, I think last week, I work over at LAX. Work on the airfield. Upstairs, you got different spirits, but they're more calm. What I mean by more calm is that, you got folks flying out. Of course, you see some folks rushing here and there. At the end of the day, most folks don't really be rushing crazy like that. So put it that way. But then when you work on an airfield, it's a totally different story. You're working with different companies, with different individuals, different mindsets, different ignorances that's out there, different spirits that will test your willpower. No matter how old they are, they will test you. And trust me, there have been points of times where I have been tested by certain individuals over at my job and in surrounding areas where I just want to beat the living shit out of somebody. I'm just keeping it real. Y'all may be like, dang, okay, cute, like, yo, boy, why you hostile like that? I'm just keeping it real. Has been times where I have to hold myself. Put up a mean face. Don't want to try to put up a mean face, but sometimes you have to put up that mean mug because I want to let folks know, like, hey, I ain't about that bullshit, that y'all try to be playing out, try to be playing over here, and that's real. And most folks, don't see it like that. Even in business, you can meet somebody, they can have, the $1 million to invest in your business, whatever, and, tell you great things. But they can have a spirit that's so foul to the point where you just look at them and say, yo, I can't work with my man's names right here because, like, dude, the spirit is off. there are folks that are like that in business, in life. And most of you have met individuals that have been like that, where their spirit is just so off to the point where you just like, I can't deal with it. I can't deal with this person. You know, or you have friends that's just like that, and you know their spirit is just off because it's always about some drama. To the point where you just say to yourself, you know what? I have to cut you off. Even in relationships, when certain significant other spirit is just totally off, and you know, you just like, you know, you just say to yourself, you're like, you know what? I just can't deal with it. It's true. It's very much true. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gents, you really have to be careful of who you connect with. That's just why relationships right now is not all that grand. Because you got folks. Oh, I had to catch myself. I almost had said the F-bomb on there. I mean, you guys heard me say it before, but I almost had said it what I was about to say. You got so many folks that's doing each other, and they not married. They don't have a ring on the finger or nothing like that. Then in relationships that's not working out because, one, y'all came for the lust. You did come from the work that needs to be put into it. You did come for the fact that, you know, you need to place that ring on that finger. You did come from the fact that if you got to a relationship, you got to work it out, period. Most folks that come to the relationship, what they expect was, okay, everything's going to be like a fairy tale. It's not. But you did come expected to not see that certain spirit in that person was going to be something you're going to have to try to deal with. And trust me, I've been noticing things. We started looking at things from a spiritual point of view. And it's crazy. Because you start noticing that with certain individuals as well. So I just want to let you guys know this. Be careful what type of spirit you let into your life, into your heart, and into your circle, period. And at the same time, I want to thank you guys for tuning into this podcast as well. Last week was at Dock Waller Beach, where I took care of getting my badge renewed for my job. You guys heard me on last week's podcast while I was saying that. Video podcast at Dock Waller Beach, I said was trying to stay at the job that I'm at for far too long. Try leave in July or August. Said that the year before, things of that nature. But unfortunately, some other things came up this year. I'm like, nah, I'm done. And the only reason I didn't get my badge renewed is for the fact that, one, you get paid 3 times this month, so that's a blessing right there. But two, I had to get some things settled in order for me to tell, you know, my managers, literally, because I've been joking around a lot lately. Said, see you in a couple of weeks, see you in 2 months, see you in 3 months, whatever. And I'm low-key being very serious wherever I said that. You know, I'll come back to work the next day, whatever. But I'll be very serious, like, you know, like, nah, I can't wait till the day where I just walk out and be like, all right, see you guys soon. Be like, see you soon? Yeah, see you soon. And then just don't go into work. Because I got something else better. And I know some of you guys might be like, well, you can go get on 2 weeks notice. Nah. I'm sorry, I don't like to go by the status quo of things anymore. Of how, you know, certain things kind of like old school in a way. Certain old school things still work and certain old school things don't work anymore. We're in a new era. And certain jobs you will want to put in 2 weeks notice in because, you know, not that much drama and bullshit. But there are some other jobs you just like, and I've seen a lot of folks do, and they just like, fuck it. They just, well, I already said the word right there. But I'll just keep it real. You know, you have some folks that just be like, F it, and they just up and leave. Work at the better job that they have and just be more happier. Straight up. And I'm just keeping it real. I'm not sugarcoating shit, as you guys know. Just blatantly keep it real from that. So, ladies and gents, excuse my language. Wasn't trying to curse on this podcast, but it slipped out. At the same time, too, Thank you guys for tuning in to the podcast. Always truly greatly appreciate each and every one of you that tune into it. Because at the end of the day, and just like one of my coworkers, she told me last month, like mid last month, that the post I'd be posting up, she said, like speaks to her and stuff like that. That made me feel proud. It made me feel proud of actually doing my job, that I'm on the right path to what it is I'm doing with this entrepreneur, speaking things and whatnot. And trust me, it's not easy. It is tough. Keep it real, it is tough. But at the same time, it is a blessing, to be doing this. Let me get this ugly behind car out of our garage. I was playing Grand Theft Auto 5, just driving around the game, doing the podcast. Which is actually pretty cool that I'm doing it that way. And the reason why I say that is for the fact that you guys gonna really see me do these podcasts in the car one day. Literally. Like, I'm gonna try to, even the little DJ program I was talking about, going back to doing, you guys can really see me do that later on in the future. So just stay tuned. So play this game, I'm like doing like a little pre-draft of, go ahead and doing that in the future. And whatever. But other than that though, ladies and gents, you guys go catch me back at Santa Monica later on this week. Monday or Tuesday. We'll see what happens. And from there, it's going to be a blessing. It's going to be fun. And yeah, just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. Like I said before, try to get to the beaches around the world and do these podcasts and just really have fun. I had a vision. I was on the bus coming home, and the vision was, and I've been trying to get out to New York to go see my wife. That's where she at and whatnot. There's been some folks have been asking, like some good homies, asking, like how's her health? I'm like, her health is. I could just say it like that, it's process. Just diabetes and some other stuff and things of that nature. And I don't really talk about my wife as much to a whole lot of folks. I keep my love life very private, as most folks should. I keep mine private for a whole lot of other reasons. Not ashamed of the girl that I'm with, the health issues and stuff that she has. Not ashamed of that. Not at all. Not at all. Because that right there is actually, it's a struggle of a process, but at the same time is also helping this brother to really learn how to truly love somebody, But this way, it's a commitment out there for better or for worse, through health and sickness. We make a vow to somebody. Like, that is very powerful. We truly understand it from that point of view. But I had the vision, probably at Coney Island or somewhere, wherever they had the little beach at and whatnot. Then Coney Island does have the beach, or Manhattan Beach, in New York. And just right there with my wife. And this is me doing the video vlog. I mean, I do the video vlog at the beach, but you guys see the ocean. This is where you guys actually see my face. For those of you that hadn't seen my face before. I mean, you may have seen my face before, some other little videos I have on YouTube or whatever. But it's where you see my face, and that I thought of the introduction and everything. And the introduction up is me look at whatever ocean in New York. Go to like the little dock part, and I'm like, and I don't start off saying, welcome ladies and gents to session blah 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 part 25 or part 36 of the video part. No, I'm like, let me tell you guys a little story as to how I came to New York and why I'm out here. Let me tell you the story of how me and my wife met. When I tell that story, I'm gonna tell you guys the story. Certain very close people that's like family members to me know about the story, how me and my wife met. Others know a little bit. Folks think that I'm married. I'm not fully married. Married in the spirit, not married in the physical just yet. You know, and I said that to myself while I was on the bus, while I was having the vision and everything. And what I mean by that is that I'm not fully married to the chick that I'm with, but we're just like a married couple because we've been with each other for almost like damn near 9, 10 plus years. So some of you guys might be saying, what's the holdup? Finances is one. You know, like I said, her health. You know, try to help her get better and everything as well too. And stuff like that. And well hell, I already give you guys a preview to what's going to be popping off when I do that video out in New York. And it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be a dope video vlog where I do it, because then I will speak on the topics and things of that nature and some other things as well too. But to keep everything in the true perspective of things, so the vision that I saw, you know, my wife right there standing beside me, and you know, she better in health, things of that nature. Maybe little things here and there, but nothing fully major though. That's the main point I try to get to. Try to get her, you know, to get completely better. And that's just why I mentioned earlier, you know, about the beautiful thing. Because you know, she I hope she don't scold me if she does hear this. But you know, she thinks at times that she's not beautiful. I have to tell him, like, you are. You know, I told her, I said, I fell in love with you, fell in love with the gracious spirit that you have. You know, that your love for God is what I really fell in love with. Straight up. Like I told her, I said, I know many beautiful women, but none of them really have the love of God that she has. The love of God in her heart. And you can see it in her as well too. And that's what I love. Because, because yeah, it's crazy. It really is crazy. And I just have to say, you know, it's been a blessing. It's been challenging at times, you know, because we're not together, but it's been a blessing. Nevertheless, it's been a blessing. And what I also can say too is that yeah, it's just been a blessing. You know, but I want you guys to hear the story pretty soon. It's going to happen. I already know that it's going to happen. And when it does, you guys are going to hear it. You guys are going to know I'm in New York. For those of you that follow me on Snapchat at Chinchi2113 or Instagram at Chinchi21 or the Facebook group, literally hashtag Business Money Leaders, or even on Twitter at ChinchillaQ21. You guys are going to know, especially on Snapchat, you guys are going to know. Because I'm going to have a black picture, but in the background it's going to show which part of New York I'm at, and I'm going to leave a message right there, like I do in my posts. Leave a message, you know, have like whatever city I'm in, use a little filter for that. You guys going to know I'm in New York, and that's what y'all going to be like, oh, he's there. He got a story to tell. We ready for it. So with that, though, ladies and gents, I'm going to hop off this phone. Go ahead and relax. Upload this to the sites I mentioned. Instagram, all the good stuff. I need to start uploading these podcasts on my website. I will be doing that. My website is hiprockerproductionstm.com. That's hiprockerproductionstm.com. But you guys can find the video podcasts as well too. See which I need to update that. I've been slacking with it. Been busy with some other stuff. So, yeah. So stay tuned, ladies and gents, because a whole lot of things about to be a blessing. And you guys are truly going to enjoy it. So, with that, though, ladies and gents. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I want to say thank you for tuning in to week 51 of this podcast. And week 51, like, you guys remember we did the first one? It's been an amazing trip. And I'm trying to do as many of these podcasts as the Lord allows me to. So, just bear with it. Because it's going to be a blessing. And it's really going to be a blessing when all is said is done. And somebody from years later is listening to this podcast and he like, what was Q doing on June 2nd, 2017, which is now 7:03 p.m. at night in California, South Central Los Angeles. What was he doing? What he was doing the podcast and playing Grand Theft Auto 5 and driving around in the game, in the living room, with the peace and quiet for the time being, and just reminiscing over things. But looking towards the future, not towards the past. Because the past is only going to bring what you want it to bring. The future is going to bring something else greater. So with that, ladies and gents, thank you guys for tuning in. Most definitely. Catch you guys either on Monday or Tuesday. Might actually go out to the beach on Monday this time. I'm supposed to do it on Tuesday. And normally when I go there on Tuesday is because I want the week to start off right. Which 9 to 10 times it kind of does, and sometimes it doesn't. And part of the reason is because when I go back to my job, I'm like, when your body is singing too at the same time when you about to go back to the airfield, that's where you know you need to leave. That's when you know you need to leave. Because my body been doing that for the past 4.5 years, so it's a whole lot of other stuff, but we ain't about to get into that right now. This is some of the older podcasts. I think I mentioned some things and whatever. It didn't really give shit lists too, so it is what it is. Other than that, though, ladies and gents, you guys tune into this podcast. Catch you guys on the flip side. One love. Sayonara. Peace out.